In this session, we will be computing the future value with the help of the Excel functions with the problems that I have taken from the textbooks of the corporate finance. Now, while typing the future value formulas, you can do it in three ways, as we have already discussed in functions lectures, right? Functions lectures. So first thing is that you can type equal to sign and type FV. This is the first way of inserting your values into the particular variables. Or you can go to here, the symbol you have, the FX. You click the FX, insert function dialog box will open. Right, in that you have to choose the select category. You have to see that if it is selected as financial. There may be cases in your system where the select category may be different. In that case, you have to select the financial as the select category. Then come to the select function. In this case, we have to calculate the future value. So just scroll down and you have to select the FV, right? So select FV and click OK. So then a function argument dialog box will open. This is the second way. Third way that we have seen is that we directly from the home tab will be getting into the formulas tab, and we'll be select from the function library. We'll be selecting the financial and we'll be selecting the future value. So these are the three ways of working with your functions of calculating your future value. So your function argument dialog box will open and directly you can start entering the value. Right. So here we have the problem. An investor deposits into a bank rupees 10,000, which pays 8% interest per annum compounded annually. How much money will he get after 10 years? And the second is after 12 years. So here we have to find the future value. So present value that they have given us, which is the investor has deposited 10,000. I put it as minus 10,000. Then we require the interest rate that they have given us 8%. So the interest value is 8%. Then they have given the number of years, which is nothing but n. N is for 10 years and for 12 years. So 10 years, and we'll be calculating for 12 years also. So now I place the my cursor, and in the cell I48 I need the result. So in this case, I directly go to the formulas tab and select the financial function. In the financial function, I'll be selecting the FA. Then a function argument dialog box will open. So in this case, I have the rate over here. Rate is 8%. So directly I type 8% is the rate. 8% is the rate. Then the number of years is 10 years. So 10 years, I type 10 years. Then there is no annuity value, so I put it as 0. And present value, we have 10,000, right? Today, the investor has deposited in the bank, which is 10,000 rupees. So minus 10,000. Then I press OK. So you find that the value is 21,589. Suppose it is in case of 12 years. Similarly, go to the formulas tab. From the formulas tab, go to financial function. From the financial function, select the FV, the future value that we have to calculate. And rate, I put it rate as 8% over here. Then the number of years is 12 in this case. Then there is no annuity value. I put it as 0. And present value is 10,000, which has been deposited in the bank today. So after 12 years, what will be the value? So I click OK. Then you find that the value is 25,181.70. In second case, you can read it. The investor deposits rupees 50,000 in a security which is AAA rated. It pays 10% interest compounded semi-annually. How much money will be available on this after 8 years? So in this case, they have given the values, which is the present value, the PV. They have given us 50,000. I put it in negative way, 50,000. Then they have given the interest, which is I. They have given 10% is the interest. Then money which is being paid after 8 years, which is nothing but N is 8 years. So in this case, this has to be compounded semi-annually. In this case, we have to multiply we have to divide the interest by 2 and we have to multiply the n by 2, right? 8 into 2 is 16 and 10% divided by 2 is 5%. So this value has to be entered. In this case, I'll be directly getting into the formula part. Equal to FV. Then rate here is 10%. So 10% divided by 2, comma, and the number of years is 8 years. 8 into 2, which is nothing but 16, comma, there is no annuity is a 0 and the present value is minus 50,000. So minus of 50,000. Then I close the parenthesis and I press enter. You find that you will get 1,09,143 as the answer for this one. Then coming to the third example, a person borrowed rupees 1 lakh at 8% per annum, which is compounded quarterly. What amount does he have to pay back after 5 years? So in this case, they have given the, copy it and paste here. So what are the values over here, right? So the present value that they have given is 1 lakh. The person borrowed 1 lakh. So that he has borrowed 1 lakh today. So the amount is 1 lakh, right? So the amount is 1 lakh. Then the interest amount is 8% they have given. Then n is 5 years. N is 5 years. In this case, it has to be compounded quarterly, which is nothing but we have to divide interest by 4 and we have to multiply n by 4. So 5 into 4 is 20 and 8% by 4 is 2%. So this can be put into directly into the formula. So equal to future value, then tab key, then rate is 8% divided by 4, which is quarterly, comma, and the number of years 5 into 4, comma, there is no annuity, so 0, comma, the present value is minus 10,000. So you can directly select minus 1 lakh, sorry, it's minus 1 lakh. Then close the parenthesis and enter. You find that it gives you 1,48,594. So person who is borrowed today, and what is the amount that he has to pay? He have to pay back the amount of 1,48,594. Then coming to the fourth example, Ramesh invests rupees 40,000 in a fixed deposit, which pays him 8% interest per annum compounded monthly. How much will he get after 5 years? So in this case, you can calculate the amount that which is required by us. So here, first of all, you have to just see what are the variables we require. So present value, today he is investing 40,000. So minus 40,000, which is the cash outflow what he has. Then the interest amount is 8%. Then n is 5 years. N is 5 years. So directly we can calculate which is compounded monthly. So in this case, we have to divide interest by 12 and you have to multiply the number of years by 12. So equal to FV. Our rate is 8%, which is divided by 12, comma. Then you have the number of years, comma. PMT is 0, comma. Then you have the present value, which they have given us minus 40,000. This is outflow. Then I press enter. You find that it will give you the value 59,593. So this is the basic workings of the calculating your future value.